In today's episode, we're traveling to San Diego's famous Golden Door Spa to learn more about Chef Curtis Cooke's gourmet spa cuisine.
Well, I started my career at Lake Austin Spa Resort in Austin, Texas. So I spent 7 years kind of cutting my culinary chops in a spa setting. So for me, it was a real easy transition to come out here and take over the kitchen at the Golden Door. Well, the cuisine is garden to table. So we take it from our garden and bring it right in. And again, that dictates everything that I'm going to put on the plate. You source the right ingredients, the right proteins, you take out fat and sugar, and you've got a healthy meal. All right, let's get started. So today we're gonna do the dish that I like to introduce the guest to. And it's kind of marrying old with new. I'm taking a technique that Dean Rucker, the former chef, in one of his cookbooks put out, and it's a Miso Glazed Mero. Mero is a very prized fish, very deep water fish, so it creates a lot of oil, makes it real buttery in texture. So a very easy fish to serve to our guest. You can't overcook it. It's got so much oil in it. So, and what we do with that is we take miso paste, white miso paste. We've got Mirin, which is a cooking rice wine. Sake, which is rice wine. Tamari, that's a wheat-free soy sauce. And I do the wheat-free to kind of, if I have gluten allergies, this kind of helps bridge that gap, and I can use the tamari for everything. And then ginger juice. We have a juicer here, so I just put knobs of ginger through the juicer and extract the juice. Mix these together, and you have a miso marinade. So right here we have our piece of Mero. Again, a really deep water fish, buttery in texture and in flavor. And we're just gonna pour this marinade over it, and we're gonna let that sit for a good 30 minutes to 2 hours in the refrigerator. Again, this is all out of the garden. This is where this inspiration comes from. So when we see these beautiful carrots, I wanna serve them in the rawest form possible. They're already sweet. I wanna serve these snow peas in the rawest form possible. So very little cooking's going into this. And I'm gonna shove a superfood, 2 superfoods in this one dish. Kale and black quinoa. Complete protein in itself, and a superfood with tons of vitamins in there. So, and then we're gonna add some mushrooms at the end. So to start this, we're gonna need a really nice and hot pan. And before we do that, we're gonna take our fish, place it on a sprayed baking sheet. You wanna put this in your broiler, your oven. Turn it on as high as it'll possibly go. And let that broil. You want to get a nice little caramel color on top of the fish. You want that miso to toast a little bit. So while that's in there, 5 to 6 minutes on the fish, we're going to start with a little bit of grapeseed oil. And I always say 2 ingredients really make this stir fry pop. Everything in between these 2 ingredients, it's up to you. You're going to start by sauteing the ginger garlic scallions. As soon as you smell those ingredients, you're ready to go with everything else. So we've got carrots, again raw, not blanched, snow peas, red bell peppers, and our kale. We're gonna let that saute just for a minute. Now because at the Golden Door we use such little fats, I need something to really keep this from burning. So I always have a cup of water next to our stove, and a little splash of this creates steam and helps sweat these vegetables a little bit faster. Now we're gonna add the grain, and again, we're using black quinoa. You can use any grain you want. Toss together. And then the other end, remember I said we bookend it with the flavor pro. So in the beginning, the ginger garlic scallions. At the end, we're gonna use tamari. Pop that together, and it's as simple as that. 5 to 6 minutes later, we have our nice piece of miso glazed mero, garnished with some of these enoki mushrooms. And this is the dish we serve our guests every Sunday night. It's a miso glazed mero with enoki mushrooms and a little vegetable stir fry.